There you go. Welcome everybody to our Tax Savings Tuesday live chat. I'm Christopher, IRS Acceptance Agent, CEO and founder of Wyco Tax. It's an all-year-round, all-in-one accounting and tax planning service solution in United States. We're going to talk about now different business deductions, credits for business owners and high-income professionals. But this presentation, if you're listening right now, all you have to do is to type your question and we will answer it at the end of the presentation. We would like to remind everyone that this presentation is only for educational purposes and this is not meant for tax or any legal advice. Now, this topic, I'm very interested with this topic because I have so many clients that are already having their own ventures. What are their options for in terms of their deductions and credits with their businesses? But I would like us to all welcome. Before I introduce our speaker, I'd like for you guys to type your full name on the chat section, whether you are in Facebook, whether you're LinkedIn or YouTube, type your name and where you're from so we can acknowledge each one of you on our session. This is only a less than 30-minute presentation. So let's go ahead and get started for today. All right. So I would like to introduce our speaker for today. We're talking about if you want to save more taxes. Okay, so I'm also the technical person here. So bear with me, everybody. Okay. All right. So to help me welcome my co-host for today, he or she is our co-presenter, certified financial fiduciary, MBA in UCLA, a certified financial educational instructor, CRTP or a certified registered tax professional with like me, and the court of the table of $1 million roundtable principal with Rich Consulting Services, no other than Miss Kay. How are you, Miss Kay Carrion?
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having me here today. I love it.
Mhm.
Tax Savings Tuesday.
Yes, and thank you for your. I know you're busy. You spend this time for our viewers and our audience to learn more. How can we help them to save more on their taxes? I know businesses has so many guidelines that they can use, right?
Absolutely. I'm here to educate everyone and give them information that would enable them to save some taxes or have some tax deductible in their business.
And by the way, she's all the way from California, so that's why shout out from California and Texas. Okay, so let's jump into this. Like what we've said, this is only for educational purposes only. We're not giving any legal or accounting advice. We have a replay of this. Just follow us on my YouTube channel. It's Chris Waikoko. On our Facebook page, it's Waiko Tax if you want to replay. All right. So we're going to discuss. I know people that have. We're going to talk about two important topics that overlooked by so many businesses, and they're not familiar with it. So how can we help employers that have 10 and more employees to save on their business payroll tax?
Well, there are some, like right now, a lot of people are getting to understand the Section 125. Okay, so it's a
Mhm.
employee funded health benefit that the employer can participate, right? Meaning that they need to have at least 10 employees, W-2 employees that's been working for at least 1,000 hours a year in order for them to participate on this CHAMP program, which is also called Section 125. What it does for the employee and the employer, they will enhance the current health insurance benefit that the employer is providing. Okay, so the beauty of it, they're going to be enhancing it even better by giving back the money, which is the tax saving, at least 1,200 per employee every month. So that's the
Mhm.
exciting part because it's going to be a payroll tax deduction. It's a pre-tax benefit. So it enables them pretty much is to give back, right? And the employer can actually also gain a tax saving of $573 per employees every year. So it's going to work both
Pandemia.
ways, right? And a lot of people
Mhm.
don't understand it. And that's what we're here for, is to go over the Section 125 in a very short period of time.
Yes.
The beauty of it is it is set up as a self-funded employer-sponsored plan that is 100% funded by the employees through a pre-tax payroll deduction. So the amount deducted represents a maximum claim for every year. So they
Mm-hmm.
also can claim, for their facility, for their pharmacies. They could also claim, as an employee if you're in a critical condition or a chronic condition. But they also be required because we're promoting healthy habits, right? Healthy living.
Mm-hmm.
So on this program, they will be required, the employee will be required to participate at least about 10 to 30 minutes a month to do a module that would enhance, that would create a healthy lifestyle for them. Because the last
Mm-hmm.
thing you don't want is to have a lot of claims on the health insurance. And that's the reason why this plan would really mitigate a lot of expenses to the employer for their health expenses, right? Benefit plan.
And then another, because this is the frequently asked questions, guys. When we talk about taxes, it's like a pizza. It has a different type of pizza. There's pepperoni, there's Hawaiian, but this is particularly for the payroll taxes that we're talking about. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of businesses would ask, would it cost something or anything to them to start with the
Well,
program?
zero cost. All we need to
Mm-hmm.
do is if the employer wanted to work, right, with this plan, we need a census for their employees, and we're going to be basing it on because every employee has different salary, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to work out, but each employee will get 1,200 every month. That's the beauty, going back to their
Wow.
paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of employees and employers are missing this out because they don't realize, yeah, they're paying a lot of taxes on their FICA, right? State tax. But what's going to happen is they could pre-tax this expense is 1,200,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going back to the employee paycheck.
Mhm. Right, because the FICA guys, when you are an employer, you're contributing FICA, which is the Federal Insurance Contribution Act, from 6 to 8%, right? And then on top of the unemployment, and that's what we're trying. We're trying to reposition where you can have more savings, and a lot of employers don't know it exists because giant corporations are using this. Is that true?
That is so true. Yes, we could name it Arby's, Domino's Pizza, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things. Yeah.
And then in terms of the employees, do we have to qualify them based on part-time or how many minimum hours
They need
for them to qualify?
they have to be a W-2 employee. They have to be full time. Full time means 1,000 hours a year.
Mm-hmm.
So no part time employees at this point to qualify for this plan.
Mm-hmm. Also, guys, if you're talking about numbers here, if 576 minimum, right? Is it 576 annual per
573.
employee?
573 for
Okay.
the employer. Estimate.
All right. Estimated 573. Let's do the math. 573 times 10 employees. That's up to 5,000 estimated tax savings for a business owner having 10
Yeah.
employees. Okay, there you go. So that's the reason why you have to make sure all your employees are W-2, and then at the same time they are full-time hours. That's why we are here. We need to assess it first at no cost to you. All you have to do is contact us today. And at the same time, Kay, some of our companies are mom and pop shops, are people that let's say they're hiring their spouse, their kids. Are they part of the employees, the program?
The program actually, the owner of the company is not going to be allowed to participate because there
Mm-hmm.
is at least if you're a 2% owner, there's an ownership gation that you will not be able to, but your company will benefit on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if those as long as the son, the daughter is not an owner and they are a full-time employee, we could definitely evaluate on that depending on the arrangement. Because, those are the things that sometimes we just need to do a black and white assessment on it, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the answer would be we'll definitely evaluate it. Mhm.
Yeah, and this apply to every whichever states they live.
Yeah, the whole state of the US. Yes.
They can participate. So, guys, what are you waiting for? All you have to do is click the link below, book your 30-minute free consultation today, and we're going to help you to get started. This is more a snapshot of all these benefits. So, we're discussing the Section 125, which is the CHAMP program. All right. It's enhancing the health savings, the HSA, right? It's not replacing it, but enhancing the HSA that's already been there.
Yes, it's a
Now,
medical plan that you have existing that it enhances it. Yeah, the section 125.
yes. Now, a lot of people that they started their business that they don't have employees, because with the virtual world right now you don't need W2 employees, and most of my clients hire more independent contractors. But now this might not apply to them. However, we're going to talk about the solo 401k plan. Even guys, the section 125 or the CHAM program might not apply to you. You might also take advantage of the solo 401k. So, okay, who qualifies applying for a solo 401k?
If you're interested, and you're an independent contractor that Chris have mentioned, and you don't have any employees, you could create your own 401k. The good thing on this
Mhm,
401k is you're able to contribute on your own plan and can be considered as a business tax deduction for you. Okay. So
mhm,
anything that you actually put in the plan on your own 401k plan, right, will be enable you to have, you know, um, tax deduction, and also you could do also profit sharing at the end of the year. So
mhm.
if your income, for example, is 200,000 in the business and you're on your own, and you want to put a profit sharing or something to get the, more contribution to yourself, we could definitely do that as well. And there is
Mhm,
another plan that we could also create for you is a 412E. I'll give you a glimpse of it. It's a combination of a life insurance and annuity that is also
mhm,
enable you to have a certain amount of money every year, right? Until you retire at 65. So you could really calculate immediately how much money you're able to have on your retirement year age, I should
mhm.
say. So we could definitely, again, this is no cost, right, Chris? All you need to do
Yes.
is just, schedule a call with Chris and his team, and we're able to give you an assessment. Because I think it's important that we satisfy your financial goals, right? And in this
Mhm.
401k plan, the solo 401k, anybody can do it as long as you're an independent contractor, you're at 1099.
1099 freelancer, as long as you're receiving 1099.
Yes, if you're a realtor, most of the realtor are
Mhm,
independent contractor, right? Most of the, we do have freelance, okay, like accounting and services that you do, but you're not an employee. You could definitely create your own 401k, because a lot of people thinking the only thing that they can do is just a SEP IRA in the bank,
mhm. Oh yes,
right?
I've seen a lot of SEP IRA.
hmm
Yes.
the SEP IRA pretty much controls your retirement until the retirement age,
Mhm.
right? So there are things that we can discuss along the way, but being an independent contractor, it will benefit you more if you're going to be creating your own 401k plan.
Yeah, and also one question: what if they are? A lot of my clients are healthcare workers. They used to have 401k with the previous employee
Mm-hmm.
or employer. I'm sorry, employer. Can they roll it over and then open their own, or they it has to be a separate solo 401k from their existing one?
Depending on, again, going back, the more we understand your client, right?
Mm-hmm,
They have a lot of choices. The first choice is either once we create the 401k, they could roll it that over,
mm-hmm,
right, on their previous employer. And the other option also, we could create a separate plan, which is the annuity plan for them, and then we
mm-hmm.
could create another for we could create a 401k for them, because the last thing you don't want is your current 401k from your previous employer going to roll it over, right, again, directly participating to the market. But there are some people who said, oh, I want to keep my money, preserve my money, and I still want to participate, because remember, if you create a 401k, it's a tax deduction, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
you put your money on a previous employer and put it to annuity, you're able to keep the principal money safe. It will never lose its amount.
Yeah, for the annuity.
Correct, for the
Mm-hmm.
annuity. So we could definitely a combination, Chris, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then how much is the maximum for guys? Everything that we're talking about, when you contribute more on the 401k, your taxes is being minimized for this
Right.
current year, because we've been doing it. You can max it out. You can have at least $2,000 of tax savings by contributing to your 401k. Do you know how much right now is the limit, the maximum contribution?
Okay. On a 401k plan, you do have the flexibility. If you want to participate this month, next month you want to participate, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
roughly about at least $100 every month. It's required.
Oh, one hundred
Mhm.
dollars. Wow.
But if you decide that, like, hey, you know what, Chris, I don't want to do 401k right now, but I just want an IRA account,
Mm-hmm.
because I still gonna be a tax deduction, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna put it as a qualified money. So Chris, you're able to do that for your client, and what it does, it can be a tax deduction. The minimum is $100 every month too. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Mm-hmm. And what is the maximum?
as long as you want, if you're able to put, it's up to you. Again, it depends on, we have to gauge it on the income, right? Yeah.
Okay, so it has.
Threshold.
That's the reason why. Mhm. So they can start anytime. They is I thought that there was like a September deadline, but that's not applicable, right?
No,
On
no.
September.
A lot of people basically is they have their open enrollment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since you're an independent contractor creating your own 401k, you could create your own open enrollment to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
then
that's
what
nice.
if, right, the company have grown, so you're hiring another person, okay? A full-time employee now because your business have grown, you could definitely add that person. Then you could create your open enrollment,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So there is going to be a
All
lot of
right.
flexibility that we could definitely do.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go, guys. We don't want to overwhelm everybody. This is just a snapshot. So it's like we're discussing. We discussed so far. There are two type of tax benefits for businesses that you can apply. Number one is for the payroll, for the payroll business tax, which is the Section 125 CHUMP program. And number two, if you don't have employees, you can consider solo 401k plan. Or otherwise, you can do both as long as you meet the basic requirements, and that's why we are going to pre-qualify. All you have to do is book your appointment. But this is part of the overall plan on our company. The reason why Tax is different from others is we are proactively planning,
Yeah.
because savings doesn't happen on April 15 deadline.
Yeah.
It happens having a quarterly meeting. That's why I feel bad when people they don't invest their time. Your best friend need to be a lawyer, a lender, and also a tax professional or accountant. Those are the three dream team you need to have, because they can work together and maximize your tax savings. Talking about tax savings, this is how we help our client through the entire year. I'd like to introduce our company. Wyco Tax is a worry-free. It stands by its name. Wyco is my last name. Okay, it's a worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time tax, payroll, and bookkeeping service solution that proactively plan to reduce, eliminate taxes while complying with federal, state, and local law. So that's why part of this workshop that we're giving for free are reviewing their credits and deductions and finding some retirement, like what we discussed, the 401k, insurances, loopholes, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and also an advanced strategies and any specific industry or services. So that's why there's a big difference of planning and preparing. We are more your planner, and then we prepare. So what we do is we look like this one. We take a look on the person's life, business, regulatory requirements to legally reduce their taxes. And at the end of the year, we prepare your taxes. So all you have to do is work on your business, and we will work on your numbers. So for example, Kay, this is one client that we were able to find. There is an overestimated. I feel bad when people are a tax preparer will ask you to make an advance tax payment, which I feel like when you say that to your client, you're not really doing a good job helping your client minimize your taxes. They get used to advance payment. But come to think of it, if you're paying an estimated tax payment, more of those money are going not to your pocket. So that's why might as well plan with the tax professional, with a financial planner. So here we found out that there's a 20,000 over or excess taxes he paid last year. So that's why another 14,000 of a deduction that he was not able to use. So he's missing a 34,000 at least of the something that he can save. Can you imagine if you have 34,000 or 30,000 at least savings times 5 years? That's somewhere around what, 30,000 times 5 years. It's like 150 something, no? Right? So 150,000 on the next 5 years of deductions. But all you have to do is meet with us. We need to do the planning. We need to have a discovery call, and then we could even set you up a plan before the end of the year. So that's why here what we come out, there's a 120,000 of tax savings for the next 5 years. All right. So guys, all you have to do, your next step is book us online. You can find me on my LinkedIn to our website, wycotax.com. And we are also can find on YouTube, Facebook page, and also with Kay, we can connect with you through to her once we do the initial assessment. Okay, so the company Wyco Tax, we are QuickBooks certified. That's why we do the record keeping of our LLC clients, corporations, partnerships in different states, more than 25 states so far. We are also affiliated with Legal Shield, and we're using. I'm an IRS agent, also, Kay. For people that don't have social security but they want to put up a business, we do the business registration and applying them a tax ID number so they can open a bank account and start a business in the US. By the way, just announcement, we have a meet and greet in Brownsville, guys. See you on August 11th, 6:30 p.m. We tied up with the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. Uh, please see me in Brownsville office. I will be driving from Dallas. It's an 8-hour drive for from today. I hope to see you. We're promoting business, and then we will let you know what are the chamber resources that you can utilize for your business. Also, talking about Kay, are you adapting using the AI now?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
We need,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, for marketing, everybody's taking this. The AI, we're going to talk about the future of business. That's going to be on August 15th, Tuesday, 9 in the morning Central Time. Just join the link and register today. I have also another expert who's going to discuss the future of AI. All of our appointments are online. These are our locations. So this check us on YouTube, our website, Google to check all our publications and award certifications, and maybe let's do a discovery call or discovery virtual meeting. All right, there you go. So before I end this messages, this live chat, we will check some questions if there are any. Okay, so now, guys, everyone, if you have further questions, you know where to reach us. Kay, where can they find you if in case your website?
Well, our website is at www.goreachteam.com.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay,
you could also reach us out in Facebook, but the best to reach out from us is just talk to Chris Waikoko. He is a
hmm,
phenomenal person, very smart, very sharp, and he will definitely help you because we partner with him and he would be the right choice to work with.
there you go. Yeah, we work hand in hand. I can't wait to see you on September there in California. That's why everyone, if you missed the episode of this one, we have a replay on YouTube. All you have to do is follow us, Chris Waikoko, and then you will learn more about this. So again, thank you guys on Tax Savings Tuesday live chat. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for everyone who attended our Tax Savings Tuesday. And stay safe, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.